Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be closing out June 2025's budget. Now I did have to go and do all of the calculations and everything off screen because y'all, baby girl lost not one but two of my calculators. So I don't know where any of them are. I did try to search for them before I did this video, but no luck. So we are just gonna go through all of the things and explain everything. So first we're gonna start off with our income. So our starting balance was $2,549.05, and that includes the $263 that was already in our spending account, and then $180 that I added for our gas account that was later added on. Earned income was $5,358. We added $216 for the extra debt payment. So for the whole month, we were working with $8,123.05. So now down to the bills portion. As you can see, the only thing that I went over was my daycare. And then I was under in gas for $2.56. So I budgeted $3,598.31. However, we ended up spending $36.11.60. And I just want to say, if y'all hear like a little ding in the back, I am burning up, y'all. My AC is on like -0. The fan is going, but I needed another fan. Pregnancy, y'all, pregnancy. I am hot. So I apologize for that. So, I spent $36.11.60, so the difference was $13.29. Down to the fun part, which is our expenses. I budgeted to take out of my actual budget, which going forward, this is something that I'm going to learn. I need to make sure that I add any overages we have to my monthly budget, so I have an accurate of like if there were $25 rolling over into groceries, we're going to be budgeting $525 instead of $500, because that $25 is also going to be coming out of that main budget, even though it may not actually be in that budget, but just so that it evens out when I'm doing my closeout. So for groceries, we budgeted $500. Y'all, it went wild. We spent $749.51. So we were over $249.51. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think the biggest reason why we had an overage was because I want to say, one, we had an extra week in June, and two, I was buying food from Whole Foods. I don't regret buying the food from Whole Foods, but Whole Foods was a lot more expensive for lesser items, although we did like the quality of the items that we purchased. For July, we might take a pause on that because we really can't afford to be spending that much money right now in this season of pregnancy and all of the things. So we'll see. But I think my best strategy if we're going to shop from Whole Foods is I need to make a full plan for the month and strategically go and pick up the bulk items of things that we need, and then shop at Whole Foods. And also I realize with Whole Foods is that they don't sell big portions of things. So you do have to be mindful of shopping and eating less, because if not, you're going to buy way more. Good morning, big girl.
Good morning.
Do you know where mommy's calculators are? Do you know where it is? Are you going to go find it for mommy? Y'all, I don't know if she really knows exactly where it is. She just woke up. So for groceries, it's going to require being more strategic if we do want to consider going back to buying Whole Foods full time. And y'all, we're all in the office area. My husband's playing his game, so you may or may hear stuff, but that is family life. Next is going to be household. So we budgeted $150, but we spent $228.05. We were over by $78.05. Once again, this just requires being strategic. I feel right now I'm just like needing to go through the house and making sure that I'm picking up everything, and not just swiping, especially like because I am like pregnant. I feel like I'm a little disheveled from time to time. And so what happens is I I'm not focused on the whole thing, and I just go and spend without realizing sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna reel this in for July spending. We did a savings challenge, so I had $263 to roll into June, and we added 75, so I think it was like 338. We spent $266.26, so we still had $71.74 to roll over into whatever we budget for July, which was good. And this is what the spending account is. The goal is to really ramp up this spending account and have some go and get you a bar and an applesauce. Really ramp this up, because our spending account is for just all things random spending. We need extra stuff that's not budgeted in other categories. We can spend that freely. Next is baby girl, which for July has now just officially turned over to kids. We budgeted 45, we spent 38.62, and we still have $6.38. Eating out, I did not budget anything, but we spent $39.95, and that is what we were over. I have definitely spent way less since like April, May in eating out. So for me to see it was only $40 is actually like a really good job. Next is going to be debt. Sorry, y'all. Once again, this is Mom Life. Here you go, big girl. Here you go. Yes, it's on mommy's bed, I think. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. So for debts, we paid $50 more than what was budgeted. And so that was a good thing. So I did not put that in the negative, because it is never going to be negative to pay more to pay off a debt. My sinking funds and savings stayed at what we had budgeted, although I did put an extra $200 into savings for July. I will remember to always add that income so that we can see the full view of sinking funds and savings. And then, hold on, you guys. All right, you guys, I'm back. So like I was saying, for the future, I will remember whatever extra monies I decide to add to the savings account or sinking funds, I will make sure to add in our monthly budget so that we are seeing a full picture of how much money is being saved a month and not just what I budgeted, because then it will throw me off when I'm looking at how I am budgeting for the next year. So I originally, and then there was no unbudget. So really technically, because this shit is gas. So I originally budgeted $5,199.17, but with all of that expense overage, I actually ended up spending $5,851.48, and rolling over into July will be $2,271.57. And I do just want to disclose, so this is $2,271.57. Based on when you see this, you may or may not see this before or after. But I do just want to say, whenever I did my June closeout, so I'm just going to show y'all, I wouldn't say June closeout, but my last June paycheck, because it rolled over into July, we did have our ADT and natural gas that normally that would be considered a July payment. So even though this here doesn't reflect this, it's because I only calculated what was actually spent in the month of June, and anything for July, I will make sure I roll over to July and then calculate those things prior, if that makes sense, y'all. But this is my monthly budget category breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually enjoyed working through these numbers and just making sure that everything was correct, that I was seeing where everything is and kind of just building in my mind what we need to work on and what we need to do to make sure our household budget functions every single month. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.